Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Today I want to cover something that's kind of relevant to some of my friends and family are going through, and I've experienced myself, which is being in a rut. So I'm going to go through 4 things that you can do to get out of a rut in life. Starting with number 1, we'll get right into it. How can you do this? So the 4 ways. First way is something different that I like to do to get my mind cleared or get more inspiration. And I'll just go on like a little book buying spree, which I'm really minimalist. I don't like buying things that much. But like, for example, I got a book on 50 Cent. It's by Robert Greene. It's called The 50th Law. It kind of talks about being fearless and just like going after things. I just started it. It's pretty good so far. Another one for inspiration, Richard Branson. What an interesting life this guy's had. I'm already like probably 1/10 of the way through, and it's gripping. Another one I got from a venture capitalist that recommended, it's called Out of Control. It's a 90s book on the progression of society and technology, which is kind of what I'm into. Anyway, they're totally unrelated, but I've been reading them and it's kind of like inspired new thoughts. So that's one thing I do, just like get new books, get new content, like unfollow a bunch of people or pages on Instagram and follow completely new things, listen to new music. So more content coming in that's different is one small thing. And we consume so much content nowadays that it's kind of like you can get into a rut. You can follow one group on Reddit or one like type of Instagram account, and that's just like the input you're getting all day whenever you check your phone or whatever. So I just completely changed that aspect, as well as eliminating previous pages or even songs that remind me of like a certain situation, or just remind me of whatever is bugging me. Now, the next thing would be a routine. For me, I'm a big health nut, so that would be like taking care of myself, working out and tracking my progress to feel like better about where I'm going, as well as taking care of my skin and my health, my diet. And then in addition to that, I actually like usually getting a haircut. That kind of like refreshes me a lot. Haircuts are more of like a short-term fix. It does help sometimes to like change up your look, maybe like what you're wearing, to really get into a new habit, a new routine, a new vibe. So yeah, just getting out of a rut. That's probably the second big thing, is like taking care of your health, focusing and becoming your own mental point of origin. So another thing I like to do is meditating. So I don't meditate every day. I meditate probably once every 2 days, maybe every 3 days. But about 5 minutes, I'll do like a 7-second inhale, 7-second hold, 7-second exhale, 7-second hold, 7-second inhale. And these are like deep, steady breaths, like all the way in and then all the way out. And it totally chills me out. It's a really, really powerful thing to do. I've looked at the studies, and for a while when I tried meditation, I didn't really think I was there. I was like, am I doing it? I'm not sure. But it really does help, and scientifically like has been proven to do so. And a good way to make sure you're meditating is to have like something really small to focus on, because the point is like not having thoughts going on and racing in your head, which is really hard to get to that state. But if you're focusing something simple like counting your breaths, being as steady and as like focused as possible on that, it's just enough to where you can't really think about anything else, because you're just focusing on just doing something so simple. Next one for me is people. Meet new people. This is like a huge thing. I had no idea the impact of this. But so when I was in a rut recently, I joined a meetup group called like Young Curious Minds. It was a book club. And the book club was awesome. I had no idea what to expect, but they ended up meeting like 5 new guys that were all super cool, around my age. And I've only been to like 2 or 3 meetups, and it was just kind of like blew me away. I was like, wow, these people are awesome. So now I have like new friends, and like we have a group chat, and it totally is like something I look forward to, like reading new books and keeping up with it. And it worked out perfectly. So we got new stimulation, new content, just changing your input into your life. And the next thing is extreme self-care. So get disciplined on working out and taking care of yourself any way you can. And then in addition to that, find new people. New friends can really just like change your mind, change your mindset. And then one last thing, I think it's really important, is changing your location, changing your setup, changing your actual environment around you. And this could be a couple of things. This could be your wardrobe. This could be your location. This could be your apartment. This could be your layout. This could be the color of your walls. Just change it. And because I don't know, if I'm big on behavioral conditioning, so if you're conditioned to think a certain way or feel a certain way with whatever's your environment is, then it's gonna stay that way if you don't change it. So if you've had the same exact decorations and layout your whole life, it's not gonna change. So if you rearrange your walls, go to a new place, even if it's really bad, get a new job, just move, and your life will just changes. And the more contrast you have in life, it's kind of like they say, variety is the spice of life. I totally agree with that. So join a new gym or join a new class, join hot yoga or cycling or something. Find a new group of people, take care of yourself, and reassess on your goals when you're doing that self-care. It really can help you. So one of the things I like to do in terms of self-care and like realigning with goals would be journaling. So I got this journal here. I have it tabbed out for a couple different things. It's like goals for the year, goals for the month, random books that I come across that I want to read eventually, business ideas, just like random things. I don't really like writing it daily, but I kind of write like major milestones and kind of like check in once in a while. But yeah, that also helps kind of like clarify your mind, especially if you're like thinking on something. You can just write it down, and then just burn it if you really want to. If you just want to eliminate something from your mind, I find that pretty spiritual and pretty effective to just roast whatever's bothering you. Just write it down, write it neatly, and take your time and really think, write out everything that's bugging you at that time, and just burn it and let it go, gone. And from that point on, you kind of free yourself of thinking that you've already written it down, you've already addressed it, and you just gotta let it go. And it's much easier to let things go when you change your stimulation, your content you're consuming. You start taking care of yourself in every way you can, and focusing your health, changing up your diet, making yourself your own focal point of origin. And then from there on, you're working out, you're meeting new people, and you're changing your environment or your job or your location. And you just gotta, you'll find so much new encouragement and stimulation and like new ideas, and it's just pretty amazing. So I've had a couple ruts in my life, and I think that that totally helps me. So anyway, guys, thanks for checking in. I hope these 4 things can help you, these 4 focus points, to really get through ruts and kind of spur new creation and new life. So catch you guys next time. Thanks for checking in.